What's up guys, Zach from Wire Customs. I'm filming this real quick because I had a lot going on all at once. I dropped off my 91A at the machine shop. The guys there were looking at it. They're telling me the cylinder's a little bit oval shaped and they probably need to be bored, which is a problem. The amount that they need to be bored to get rid of the oval is the problem. It's a sleeved, it's originally sleeved engine. So in 39, Ford made the casting blocks, or casted the blocks rather, then they drilled them out and sleeved them down to the actual diameter they wanted for the pistons and all that good stuff. And the engine builder told me that it needs to be bored to the amount to where it needs new sleeves, which kind of sucks. That's really expensive. So I needed a backup. He's looking at it more. He's getting the prices together to let me know how much it's going to cost to fix it, to sleeve all of the cylinders, which I'm thinking it's probably going to be quite a bit, but he hasn't got me that price yet. As if you're following my videos, you know in the last two videos I actually traded the 39 body for two Model A frames, and my goal was just to get one, so I got double the amount of what I've actually need. So I called one of my friends asking if they wanted the trailer, the Model A trailer conversion, which is, I think, is really cool. I'd like to have it just to put it at the end of the driveway on car show days and stuff like that. But now I need a backup for the engine. My buddy's got like 6 or 7 flatheads just sitting around in his garage. So I asked him if he's interested in the trailer. He wants to make a trade. He pretty much told me I could just pick whatever engine I want, which is a pretty awesome deal. If the machine shop comes out and gives me a reasonable price, I'll say just leave it and we're going to run it. But either way, I'm going to have a backup flathead ready to go. So let's see what he's got today. So here's the motor I made a deal on. My buddy said it ran just about a year ago, which is a really good sign for me. I can turn it over by hand, which is pretty awesome. So that tells me it's in pretty good shape. And the transmission that's on the back of it, it's a column shift, so I have no use for it. So I'm gonna rip that off and leave that here with him. No need to take stuff that I don't actually need. All right, so I just got back from my friend's house. I got the motor. I didn't really record much. I just took a picture and a short video that you probably just watched out of respect for my buddy's privacy. He did have a bunch of flatheads over there he was willing to get rid of. None of them were 59s. They're all 8BAs. And I'm not running 8BA because I have a nice floor shift I've already set up. This engine wasn't one of the ones he wanted to get rid of, because he said this was a running driving engine just a year ago. It got pulled out to put a Y block in the vehicle that it came out of. So I made him a deal. We made a deal. I'm gonna either put floorboards in one of his cars for him, or I'm gonna completely metal finish one of his Woody station wagon, which is pretty rusty. That deal comes along with another car. He's willing to give me this engine and another car with drivetrain in it, a 42 Ford Coupe, which I'm strongly considering. A really nice car. It just needs floorboards, then obviously just a small restoration, but it could be left as a patina car, which would be pretty cool. So stay tuned. I'm going to see what I want to do. I haven't made up my mind yet, but either way, I have something that was somewhat close to running. I'm going to pull the intake off and drop the pan. Even if it's a running engine, I need to make sure the sludge is out of there. Those are where the worst sludge is in a flathead. So hopefully it could be running in the next 2 weeks. That'd be awesome. All right, so after unloading, I decided, let's just put it in the Model A, drop the pan, clean out the sludge, drop the intake, clean out the sludge in the intake, blow out the oil filter, actually investigate this engine in the Model A. So that takes a couple cuts that I haven't done yet. Real quick, I kind of just drew out my line for the cross member on the frame. So I'll show you on this Model A. This is what the cross member looks like stock. That one's just a little ate up. I went ahead and made my initial cut here. Obviously I didn't cut it all the way because I'm not done. I need to pretty it up, but I cut it enough to have the crank actually clear off the flathead. Later on, after I pull the flathead back out and actually start painting the frame and all that good stuff, I'm gonna put a lip all the way across on the downside, just to help a little bit more rigidity, since that was actually a structural piece of the Model A frame. Then I have a scribed out portion here that I've already made on the Model A firewall, because my fuel pump doesn't fit, and I just want to clean it up. I want to make it look good for myself, and I don't want it to be like everybody else's. So I'm going to put a little bit of a tonal right there. So I think I'm just going to do my initial cut out of the firewall, just so the fuel pump actually fits. Then I don't know, maybe I can actually try to get this engine to run in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so after a couple drawings later, about 15 different strips of tape, a bunch of measurements, this is exactly where I want to cut the firewall out. I stand back a couple different times and get a good view at it, make sure everything looks level and even. I haven't figured out all the way how I want it to look, but I'm just going to put a nice recess in here. Try not to make it too modern looking, that's what I'm trying to avoid. Something just simple, not too complicated. I'm going to get this cut out, I'm going to put the motor in, and I'm going to drop the pan and start looking at it. Alright, so I left my bottom flange on and just made a rough cut. Later, I kind of just have it all played by ear, but I think I'm going to cut it right at the angle of the toe board here. And I'm going to recess it and weld it down further in the toe board. I'm not sure exactly yet, but I don't want to cut a giant hole in the middle of my firewall without some kind of support side to side. I know it's not much, but it makes me feel better about it. Alright, so here it is. It's sitting in the Model A. Fits like a glove. Got myself on the back for that one. Firewall's cut out. I got the space that I need. I can actually hook up the fuel pump and the breather. And so when I actually form my tunnel, I know just how far back I actually want to go. And you're also probably asking, why am I doing all this work? I already have all these speed parts. I've invested in an entire engine already, the whole thing, top to bottom, really, really hot flathead. The answer to that is, my nephew, last time he came out here, he got to ride around in the Model A with the 4-cylinder in it. Just went around the block, and he just had a blast. I'm trying to get him into old cars, hot rods, all that kind of stuff. So far, I've been successful. He loves Hot Wheels, he loves going to car shows. So I just keep trying to feed that, so he gets more and more and more into old cars. I think it's a good hobby to be in. People are usually respectful and nice, and people are usually actually pretty informative and smart and share information. So I love this industry, and I love hot rodders, and I love being a hot rodder. It's a lot of fun. So what I'm doing is, I'd love to get this running. He's going to be here like in a month and a half. And if I can get this running and just take him around the block in it, it doesn't have to be complete, it doesn't have to be beautiful. He would just have a blast. He'd be giggling, having a good time. Just running with open headers, real loud. He'll think it's awesome. Then after he's gone, then I'll take it out and take it to the machine shop, put all my hot rod stuff on it, because that's the overall plan anyways. But you know, this is my free time, this is my hobby, I'm having a blast, I'm having a lot of fun. I don't see it as a waste of time, I see it as having a good time. So I'm not too worried about all that good stuff. Hopefully I'll have it running by the time it gets here, if this is a good engine. So stay tuned, subscribe, watch my next video. My next video will be resurrecting this flathead. Is it a possibility or is it not? We'll see. Thank you for watching.